Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about plastics recycling. Plastic seems to be the most confusing recycling category that there is. I think that's because of the fact that there's just so much of it. Even things that used to be made of glass have now switched to plastic, things like salad dressing bottles or pickle jars. So I'm going to cover what actually can go in the recycling bin. Just because something is plastic does not mean that it is recyclable, okay? The other thing is, years ago, we used to tell everybody to turn your container over and look for the triangle with the number code, and that determined whether something was recyclable or not. Now, because there's so many different things that are plastic, we don't even want you to pay attention to those recycling triangles or the number codes. They do not tell us whether or not they are recyclable or not, okay? It's just the type of plastic that it is, not if it can or cannot go in the recycling bin. So don't trust your triangles, okay? Don't even pay attention to those. It's very simple. It's as easy as your ABCs. You can recycle all plastic bottles, cups, and containers. ABCs, all bottles, cups, and containers. Okay, if you have a plastic bottle, cup, or container, it can go in your curbside recycling bin. With the lid and cap, you can leave lids and caps right on them. They just have to be empty first. You know, if you have something like a peanut butter jar or syrup, obviously they need a little bit more than a quick rinse. Put a drop of dish soap in with some hot soapy water, let it sit for a while, swish it around, rinse it out, that's good. They don't have to be run through the dishwasher, but at the same time, if they are dirty, say you have a yogurt cup or a peanut butter jar that you're not going to take the time to clean out, that's fine, but just don't put it in the recycling bin. If you have a dirty container, we just want you to throw it right in the regular trash, because food is a huge contaminant when it comes to recyclables, and all that leftover food will just contaminate your good recyclables. Okay, enough about that. Let's talk about what things can actually go in your curbside bin. I said all bottles, cups, and containers. There's 3 exclusions, one being styrofoam, okay? So any styrofoam, whether it be a styrofoam container, cup, plate, foam-ish packaging and stuff like this, not recyclable. It should go right in the garbage. Same with other plastic packaging that comes in your orders. Again, if it's not a bottle, cup, or container, it shouldn't go in. Okay, so styrofoam, prescription medicine bottles, and motor oil bottles. Okay, motor oil bottles are not accepted, and neither are prescription medicine bottles. That's a best practice from the EPA and DEC due to any residue being left in the containers, your personal information being on the bottles. Please throw those in your trash or reuse them, save them, and use them for something else. Okay, so bottles, cups, and containers. Things like this, soda bottles, juice bottles, water bottles, Gatorade bottles. You can toss these right into your bin. A lot of you probably save your deposit bottles and bring them back to get your deposit back. That's fine. Either way, they're being recycled. Okay, even if you have bottles you wouldn't think of, plastic cleaning bottles or things like shampoo, okay, conditioner, these plastic bottles can go right in the recycling bin. No need to remove the caps and lids. Laundry detergent bottles, okay, cups, plastic cups like the Solo cup can go in your recycling bin. Again, a foam cup would be a no because it's styrofoam, but this is totally fine to be recycled. Containers like this, other dairy containers, okay, these can go in. I had somebody ask a question about meat packaging and the containers that meat comes in. Just to clarify, there's a couple different ways meat comes now. Sometimes it comes in, there's like a foam bottom to the package. Again, that's foam, so it would go in your garbage. But now I know that I got chicken that came in like a white plastic container. That white plastic container is not foam, so that could go in the recycling once you empty it, give it a quick rinse, okay? This container right here, once it's empty, you could toss this in the bin. Some no's, okay? A reminder that gloves do not belong in the recycling bin. Some of them are a plastic feel, some of them are rubber. They're all different materials, but they cannot go in your recycling bin. And please don't leave them on the ground. I had a grocery pickup the other day, well, actually last night, and I saw gloves all over. I had to get gas, and there were just gloves littered everywhere. Please throw them on the floor of your car until you get home, and then dispose of them in your garbage. Okay, a few more things that are not accepted for recycling would be things like this, a plastic fork. Is this a bottle, cup, or container? No, so these types of things have to go in the garbage. Plastic hangers, we get a lot of these for some reason. And also this time of year, garden hoses. Some are like a plastic rubbery material. Okay, garden hoses are not recyclable, and when these types of things come to the recycling center, they get wound and tangled up in our equipment. They make a big mess and cause, you know, problems with our operations. Okay, any type of plastic wrapper, packaging, bags, okay, plastic grocery store bags, produce bags. These are things that, again, get wound and tangled around our sorting equipment and cause us a lot of problems. So please do not place these types of wrappers or bags in your recycling container. Plastic toys, okay, again, it's not a bottle, cup, or container, so it cannot go in your recycling bin. Donate it, save it for reuse, something like that. Otherwise, it has to go in the garbage. Now this is actually not plastic. This is a metal aerosol can, but I just wanted to hit this because we get a lot of these types of containers this time of year too. Spray paint or if you have a plastic bottle or container or these metal aerosol cans, if they held paint or some type of harsh chemical, then they cannot go in your recycling bin. If you have empty aerosol cans, like a can of hairspray or whipped cream, those are recyclable along with your other metal cans, but if it had paint or chemicals, it should not go in the bin. A quick reminder too that our household hazardous waste collection is still postponed. We still do not have compost available for sale, hopefully soon. But if you have things like these, if they're empty, they can go in the garbage. Same with regular, you know, gallon paint cans. If they're empty or hardened, they can go right in your trash. Pop the lids off first. If you only have a little bit of paint, take the lid off, let it dry out, throw a little kitty litter in. Once it's hardened, regular trash item. You do not need to bring these to our household hazardous waste facility. If you do have stuff like this, paints, chemicals, herbicides, pesticides, a lot of you are probably getting ready to start gardening and things like that, pool chemicals, okay, please hold on to them for the time being until we're able to open our household hazardous waste facility. Once we open, you can bring paints and chemicals to our Utica Eco Drop Monday through Saturday. Okay, you can visit our website for more specific hours of operation, but household hazardous waste is a Utica only item. You can't, we can't take these in Rome, but if you have other questions, feel free to drop them below, but please remember, don't trust your triangles, and you can recycle all plastic bottles, cups, and containers. Leave the caps, lids, labels right on them, toss them in the recycling bin, except for the exclusions that I showed you today. You can always visit amirecyclable.com to search hundreds of items and find out how to properly recycle or dispose of them as well. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.